Thank you for joining me. I'm Brian Shields. I want to get right to it with the flooding that we have. We have flooding in the Cayman Islands, parts of Jamaica. We have it in parts of Cuba, watching that. Then the flood threat gets higher. Haiti and the Dominican Republic, while other spots we've been dealing with the water restrictions, and then a new tropical wave's been working in. A better chance of rain starting to flare up near Dominica, St. Lucia, Barbados. I want to dive into that down through Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to cover everyone best I can. You can see here this flare up of rain and storms as expected, watching the flooding. And this is life-threatening flooding. When we're dealing with quick rises in the rivers and streams, especially near those crossings, that is a major issue. And again, we have been seeing that, so that is a concern. Please, please avoid those areas if possible. I know easier said than done, but we don't want any problems, obviously. Let's get a look at what's going on here. Cayman Islands, we're still dealing with active weather. Jamaica, Cuba, all of this streaming up toward the Bahamas. I want to get into the possibility of tropical development back in the Gulf of Mexico as well. We'll talk about that. So lots to cover, and we've had some showers nearby Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. I've been watching that. We swing out here. There's that blob near the Bahamas. I'm going to highlight that in a second. But out here, several tropical waves, about 4 to 5. A few are falling apart. This new one that's been rolling through came through Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, now near Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, really falling apart. But more tropical waves out here, and kind of a robust one, a bigger one coming off the coast of Africa. But a ton of action in the Atlantic. Not seeing any signs of development out of these, but these will increase the chance of rain in the Caribbean, which we already have in some spots. Quick look at the Eastern Pacific. Hurricane Center not really latching onto this. Model's not doing a whole lot with this either, but you can see a bigger blob over here. Things are starting to flare up on the Eastern Pacific side. Nothing crazy, but I'm going to monitor that as well. Got you covered there. So again, very high chance of flooding for some of us over the next 2 to 3 days. Pretty big event. You see this streaming in, watching Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. Much more rain as we go through the day. Look at that streaming toward the Cayman Islands, Jamaica. On the edge of Honduras, extreme eastern edge, we may get some rain. Belize, we've had a couple spotty showers, not nearly enough. Same thing as we work our way into Mexico. But as we get into the eastern end of Cuba, through the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, that high chance of rain for today. And then looking at this moisture out here in the Atlantic, that other tropical wave, again, is going to bring some increased moisture. Not a ton, but the rain chance is going to bump up a little bit around Barbados, Martinique, Guadeloupe, and St. Lucia. So let me take you out in time here. This goes from today. I want to bring it to tomorrow, and I'll stop the clock here. This is by tomorrow afternoon. And here's the issue. Again, we had the rain yesterday, say in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. We're going to have it today. We're going to have it again tomorrow. So just tacking onto the rain totals, we already have those flooded streets over by Grand Cayman, and again, we're going to be dealing with even more rain. Look at this just moving in the Bahamas. We're going to be seeing widespread rain, and still watching over toward Costa Rica, Panama, northern Colombia for that rain. And then you get into the Eastern Caribbean, there's that flare up anywhere from Trinidad north, seeing that chance of some rain, even back toward Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, northern Venezuela, Guyana, the scattered shower. So pick it up a little bit. It's not nearly enough though. Antigua, Barbuda, over toward Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Montserrat. We still need to get more rain. Puerto Rico, we're kind of in between things, but let me take you out on time here. This is by Friday. Now, Jamaica, we're still going to be dealing with rain on Friday. So spread the word about this channel. The flood threat, we're going to be seeing that in Jamaica the next 2 to 3 days. So watching all across Jamaica, Montego Bay, Falmouth, wherever we have that chance of flooding. We've already been seeing some of those roads flooded out. Watching that very carefully for us. And we're going to see more of this as we work our way into Friday. Look at that rain over toward the Bahamas. Now, there's a slight chance that this area eventually spins up. Now, as we get into Friday, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, as this kind of spins up a little bit up here, that is going to draw in more moisture. So Haiti and the Dominican Republic, the rain chance goes up on Friday. That's when the flood threat will get even higher. And then we could see a better chance of some scattered showers and storms in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands by the time we get into Saturday. But that area from the Gulf that will slide over and kind of combine over here may spin up into something tropical. Not seeing any signs of anything crazy as far as that's concerned. That'll lift up toward Bermuda. But look at this kind of, it's like a tail, just a feed of moisture. And this is always a concern in the tropics because we're getting this over the same spots. Costa Rica, Panama, still on Saturday in Jamaica. another chance of rain. And that's what I was mentioning. This is some life-threatening flooding. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, we're going to see some crazy runoff coming off the hillsides in Haiti, and we could see those sharp rises in the river that could easily wipe out, kind of shift vehicles if you're trying to get through some of those crossings. So again, we're going to be dealing with this Friday and Saturday in Haiti and parts of the Dominican Republic. So again, please pass along this information if you can. I do this channel for safety, no other reason. Get back through Puerto Rico and again, the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, scattered showers. So again, we're going to be seeing this in the same spots. That is a big concern. We don't need a named system. We don't need a hurricane to have major issues in the tropics. If we get those repeat downpours, that becomes an issue. Now, this is a map I've been showing you for a while. Late this week into the weekend, we could see a spin up of a storm. And now the Hurricane Center is latching onto it. What I was just talking about, that area in the Gulf, will kind of work its way over here. And there could be something that does try to develop. But regardless of development, that means a lot more rain for the Bahamas. It's going to pick up in Florida as well, Cuba. And again, all the spots I've been talking about, Cayman Islands, Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, for that high chance of rain back through Nicaragua. Now, let me get to some of the totals, and then I want to zoom down in spots. I'm going to zoom down into Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to zoom down into the Cayman Islands, Jamaica. I'm going to take you around in a second. You see here again, the blue, that would just be kind of passing shower stuff. But as we get toward Dominica, Martinique, Barbados, we could see a chance that we get about 50 millimeters of rain if you get one of those downpours passing by. Obviously, these brighter colors, which I'm going to highlight more in a second, that is a major concern. But over toward Trinidad and Tobago, I'll zoom down in just a second. You can see Jamaica, Cayman Islands. I'm going to highlight us in one moment. Belize, not a ton, but Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, we've got those flooding concerns. Some spots could get over 100 millimeters of rain just through tomorrow night. These are 2-day totals. See some of that white showing up. So especially higher elevations, that water rushes down. Again, we're going to see some flooding. Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, that is a real possibility just over the next couple days. All right, let me break it down a little bit further. And you see this big flare up. Look at these very bright colors. So parts of Jamaica, parts of Cuba into the Bahamas, we're going to get 75 millimeters of rain to about 100 millimeters of rain plus. That's 3 to 4 inches. Now, that's just through tomorrow night. As I mentioned, a 2-day total. But I just told you a couple minutes ago, or I just showed you a couple minutes ago, that we're going to still be dealing with some rain into the weekend in Jamaica. So this is just through our Thursday night. We're going to tack on even more on Friday and Saturday. And that's one of the reasons we have those real flooding concerns. Let me zoom down here, bring it back into Jamaica. Here's Treasure Beach. And we're going to be just on the edge of some very big totals. You can see some white showing up, which could be, this just gives us a feel. It's not going to be exact, but it gives us a feel that we could have some spots getting 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches just over the next couple days. And then we're going to throw on more of that, as I mentioned, Friday and Saturday. Please leave what's going on in the comments. This is a weather community, across the Caribbean and wherever you are. And I want other people to have your information. So I appreciate that, that you could put what's going on where you are or what's not going on so people have a good handle on the weather. So I appreciate the comments. Let me get to the Cayman Islands. Grand Cayman, you get toward Little Cayman. Again, the same thing. We're going to be on the edge of more heavy rain. Some spots may just get 25 millimeters of rain. But we could have other spots over toward Little Cayman get upwards of 4 inches or 100 millimeters of rain. So again, we already have that street flooding in Grand Cayman. We've seen it, kind of waterlogged streets, waterlogged areas. So again, that is a concern because we're going to see even more of the rain. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, for example, on the edge of more rain, we're going to see kind of a dying tropical wave moving in. So we could get 25 millimeters of rain, but we're going to be on the edge of a little bit more. There is a chance that if some of these showers could kind of hang together, even up toward St. Lucia and Barbados, we could have a few spots getting over 50 millimeters of rain. So just kind of depends on how it breaks down. Guyana, same thing. Suriname, rain chance going down a little bit. I want to get to some of the forecasts. I want to talk about the hurricane season. It starts tomorrow. I want to get to the hurricane season in a moment, but let me get to these forecasts for you. So here's Belize, for example. Now, Belize, rain chance pretty minimal, 20 to 30%. We've had some scattered showers and storms. It hasn't been enough, I know. And elsewhere, if I'm not mentioning you, I'm watching you. We have some of those water restrictions and big issues. Now, Jamaica, rain chance 70, 80%. plus. And you see how it even ticks up by the time we get into Friday. And I showed you Saturday, that rain chance is going to be 70% on Saturday as well. So we're going to see those totals just adding up, and adding up. We get to the Bahamas, north, central, southern Bahamas. At different points in the next 3 days, there is going to be rain. There's going to be a lot of rain around, 70, 80% chance of that rain as we go through the end of the week, even into the weekend. And then Haiti, that rain chance is going up. This is the heads up across Haiti. So hopefully you could share this, share some of the information on WhatsApp, get it out there any way you can about this channel, because again, we're going to see flooding at those crossings, the rivers you use to clean, to get water, whatever you need to do. Things are going to rise pretty quickly. 60, 70% chance Thursday into Friday. And I want to mention as well, even if it's not raining above you at the current time, there could be a storm that's nearby. So you may not have rain, but a storm nearby, the runoff from that may flood where you are. So it may not be raining and there's a river where you are, and then all of a sudden there's a pretty quick rise in just a matter of minutes or hours of a river. So again, there's a lot of action. So I just want to give you that heads up just to be careful. Same thing, Dominican Republic, things are going to be going up. 60% rain chance Thursday, a 70% chance of the rain on Friday. And then as we work our way into Puerto Rico, rain chance, again, kind of in between things, but a 30 to 40% chance for us across Puerto Rico. Now, as we work our way into Dominica, you see the rain chance about 50% tomorrow. So a 30% chance today, but I showed you a little more moisture in Dominica tomorrow, a 50% chance of seeing some of that rain. And then we swing back towards St. Lucia, again, bouncing around. Barbados, same thing, 40, 50% chance of rain, flares up a little bit tomorrow. So hopefully you get some of the needed showers. Trinidad and Tobago, not all day stuff, but we're looking at an elevated 60 to 70% chance today, tomorrow, down some on Friday, a 50% chance, but more tropical waves out there. I'll be monitoring that. Now, the hurricane season, an average season, there are 14 named storms, 7 become hurricanes, 3 major. That's an average. Now, I don't know where storms are going to go. I don't know how many we're going to get. So it's just a wait and see at this point. I watch the patterns, though, of a good handle on where stuff's going to go. I'll track it storm by storm for you so you could stay safe, your family, friends could stay safe, and again, help protect your property, your livestock, that sort of thing. I'm going to monitor it storm by storm as we go through the season. The first name on the list is Arlene, then Brett, Cindy, Don, Emily, Franklin, and Gert after that. And hurricane season officially starts tomorrow, clearly already getting very active. So again, life-threatening flooding a potential. I've been highlighting that. Leave your comments, monitoring those river crossings, several new tropical waves that will be pumping in. I'll be tracking those for you. And again, watching near the Bahamas and Bermuda for that potential of something trying to develop out of all of this. But either way, that increased chance of rain, hurricane season kicking off tomorrow. So again, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Turks and Caicos, Bahamas in particular for some of that flooding, Nicaragua as well, Costa Rica and Panama. Those are kind of the hot spots for that flood potential. Leave those comments. I appreciate that. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'll do my best to keep you covered, and I'll get to those comments throughout the day. Have a good rest of your day and stay safe.